Hare Krishna, everybody. Please accept my most humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Yes, welcome. Today is the last class. 21 days reading marathon is taking a pause here and definitely will continue in near future. So I heard a lot of good things from our team that you all have been doing wonderful in your studies and everything. We have been getting a lot of reports for your studying. So thank you so much for taking to this challenge of studying Srimad Bhagavatam on everyday basis. And I hope that this challenge is going to continue. Uh, so today is the last class, and what I want to do is I want to summarize the entire Srimad Bhagavatam in half an hour's time. Whatever we have in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Let's try to do that. Uh, but before that, I want to thank a lot of people, a lot of devotees who have been instrumental in organizing this big event of 21 days reading marathon. So I want to begin with thanking the teachers who have been who have also put their efforts. I want to start with Amoglila Prabhu, Prashant Mukunda Prabhu, His Holiness Vedavyas Priya Maharaj, His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj, Rukmini Krishna Prabhu, Rishi Kumar Prabhu, Pran Govind Prabhu from North America, Alachua, Bhakti Ashray Vaishnav Maharaj. We're very grateful to him. Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, my very good friend. Thank you so much. Kamal Lochan Prabhu, very senior devotee. So we are very grateful for his time and efforts as well. Uh, then Bhakti Damodar Maharaj and Sundar Gopal Prabhu. We are very, very grateful to all these great speakers who have taken out their time for encouraging all of us for taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. And I also want to thank His Grace Rupan Prabhu. Rupan Prabhu has been very instrumental. He has been in touch with all of you, introducing speakers and answering your queries and putting forward your questions to all of you, to the speakers. So, Rupan Prabhu, thank you so much for all your services and efforts. And as I also want to thank Shreya Mataji, who has been regularly posting shlokas to you, and she will continue posting the verses till the next 3 months. So, and so a big thanks to uh, the other team members as well, Yagya Dhanish Prabhu, who is serving as an academic administrator. So all these uh, devotees, and also there is a team of devotees like Sankarshan Anand Prabhu and Dayal Nityanand Prabhu. There are so many other team members also who have been helping and by designing flyers. So the whole team, Navjit Prabhu, Sri Lakshmi Mataji, there is a big team with us. So uh, great thanks to them as well, because without their efforts, this could have not been possible. So thank you so much, the IBM team in India. We are also planning to start this reading marathon in North America as well. As you know, we have branch in Europe and as well as in North America. So from 1st of June up to 21st of June, uh, ISKCON Bhagavat Mahavidyalaya for North America is announcing the reading marathon, and you'll be pleased to know already five senior sannyasis they have agreed to teach from the platform. Gita Swami Maharaj, Hanumat Preksha Swami Maharaj, Badrinaran Swami Maharaj. We are hoping Radhanath Swami Maharaj will also join us, and so many other Vaishnava sannyasis will also join. So a lot of senior devotees will also taking up to this marathon. So yes, and many thanks to all of you that who have accepted the challenge of studying Srimad Bhagavatam, taking out time from your busy schedule and allotting a special time for Bhagavatam everyday basis. So special thanks to all of you. So let us begin our journey today, the last class. Uh, yeah, so today we are discussing about the uh, I was been given the topic of 12th canto. But before I come to the 12th canto, let me start summarizing what has been studied in the previous 11 cantos as well. So, as you know, Srimad Bhagavatam begins by the three verses of Veda Vyasji. Veda Vyasji writes three amazing Janmadiyasya Tanmaya Sharte Shubhigya Swararte Brahma Radayadi Kavaya Muyanti Yat Suryate. So, starting with that, So starting with those three verses, there is a description of Suta Goswami conversing with Shaunak Rishis. The Shaunak Rishis are Shaunak Adi, means Shaunak and the other 88,000 Rishis. They were at Naimisharanya. Suta Goswami comes there and they start discussing about Krishna is the source of all incarnations, and then they discuss about the appearance of Narad Muni at Vedavyasa's ashram. So why was Vedavyas sad? And uh, so Narad Muni completely uh, he actually chastised him for writing a book called as Mahabharata because he did not clearly describe what the glories of devotional service. And Narad Muni encouraged him to Vedavyas to write Mahabharata, to write Srimad Bhagavatam. So Vedavyas, who when he compiled the 18 Puranas, he also compiled the Srimad Bhagavatam. But this Bhagavatam which we have is is the revised edition. So when Narad Muni came and instructed Vedavyas ji, so he revised it and elaborated it in the form of a Mahapuran. And that's what we have it now. That's what Jiva Goswami says in Tattva Sandarbha. And further, we find out uh, from Sutta Goswami that how the son of Drona, how Ashwatthama was punished. And from there, Lord Krishna, after establishing Yudhishthira Maharaj uh, uh, as a king, he was departing for Dwarka, and then Kunti Maharani comes and offers prayers. And then Pitama Bhishma, we also hear from Pitama Bhishma about how Pitamaha Bhishma was on the battle of Kurukshetra. He was waiting for Lord Krishna to come. So Lord Krishna bewildered Yudhishthira Maharaj. He put him in ignorance. And when Yudhishthira Maharaj was in ignorance, he requested uh, our Lord Krishna to please not go to Dwarka, please stay for some more time. And Lord Krishna convinced Yudhishthira Maharaj to go to battlefield of Kurukshetra. And going to the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he heard a lot of different instructions for a king from Pitama Bhishma. And Pitama Bhishma was a Mahajan, is a great personality, Mahabhagavata. So all the great Rajarshis, Devarshis, and everybody came to hear his last Bhagavatam class, which he gave. And after hearing, Pitama Bhishma departed for the spiritual world. And then Lord Krishna departed to Dwarka. Then Lord Krishna's entrance to Dwarka is mentioned, and then how the Parishit Maharaj, who was saved by Krishna at the time of his birth, uh, he his divine qualities would be was also mentioned in the chapter of birth of Maharaj Parikshit. Then Dhritarashtra Maharaj, he quits home, and then there is a description about how Lord Krishna disappeared from the planet, and the Pandavas also decided to go. And then how then Parikshit, the kingdom came to Parikshit Maharaj, and when Parikshit Maharaj flourished, his name fame was all over the globe in all the three planetary systems. And Parikshit Maharaj used to travel to all the different varshas as well, different varshas, Ketumal Varsha, and all. There are so many different varshas. Like this is Bharata Varsha, so like that he used to travel to various Varshas as well. And he used to establish the Bhagavad Dharma. And our Parishit Maharaj, how he received Kali Yuga, personified Kali, he was troubling the cow and a bull who were actually the Mother Earth and Dharma personified. So Parishit Maharaj chastised Kali Yuga. He gave him 5 places to stay. That's why we have this: no meditating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, because Parikshit Maharaj gave 4 of these places to Kali Yuga, and Prabhupada took this from there to establish that no meditating, no gambling, no illicit sex. So it is completely shastric, and because Kali's influence is there in those places. And then Maharaj Parikshit was cursed by Brahmana boy. Hmm. When Parikshit was traveling for the welfare of the citizen, he was traveling in a forest. At that time, he was thirsty, he was hungry. He happened to uh, go to the ashram of Shamik Rishi, where he was not welcomed. So he was very upset, and he put the dead snake on the Shamik Rishi's neck, and then that resulted into in Shamik Rishi's son Shringi getting offended, and that's why he criticized Maharaj Parishit as well, and he cursed Maharaj Parishit to die in 7 days. So Parishit Maharaj gave up his kingdom to his son Janmejaya, and he walked on the bank. He walked towards the banks of River Ganges, where he met Shukdev Goswami. So second canto begins with with the Shukdev Goswami's discussion with Maharaj Parikshit, wherein he spoke about the what are the first steps in God realization and how the Lord resides in the heart and how pure devotional service can bring about a transformation in our lives. And then there is a process of the process of creation was mentioned by Shukdev Goswami, and Krishna is the cause of all the causes. Uh, Purusha Sukta was also mentioned, and again in the second canto there are scheduled incarnations with their specific functions are mentioned. So if you want to understand about the various incarnations which are present in the Bhagavatam, then the best book is to take shelter of Lagu Bhagavatamrit. So Lagu Bhagavatamrit has a lot of puzzles are solved by in the book Lagu Bhagavatamrit, because it mentions about at the chronological order of all the avatars and the different actual times when the avatars appeared. Like we understand Lord Ramchandra appeared in this Treta Yuga, but actually he appeared in four Treta Yugas before. So like that, there are so many things mentioned in Logo Bhagavatamrita. So that is a very good book to understand uh, uh, the incarnations. So we also have a couple of authors who have written commentary on within our society, who has written commentary on Lagu Bhagavatamrit. So devotees do take advantage of that if you want to solve the puzzles of incarnations. And then Shukdev Goswami mentions about the Bhagavatam, how Srimad Bhagavatam is answers to all the questions. And then we come to the third canto, wherein Viduraji is there, and Vidura, he was kicked out by Duryodhana, and Vidura when so he took an opportunity. Vidura is not an ordinary soul. Vidura is Yamaraj himself. Mandukya Muni, when he cursed Yamaraji to become as a Dasi Putra, and that's why Vidura chose to come at the time when Lord Krishna was there, and to contribute in various ways in Lord Krishna's pastimes. So Viduraji, he was on a pilgrimage when Duryodhana kicked him out from the Hastinapur. So Vidura traveled all over the Bharatvarsha, and then he finally reached Vrindavan. When he reached Vrindavan, uh, till that time all the Yadu dynasty and I mean, Lord Krishna has departed. So many things happened. So when Vidurji reached there, when Vidurji reached there, he had a discussion with Uddhava, and he asked so many questions to Uddhava. And Uddhava, hearing those questions, he went in ecstasy. He fainted unconscious, and when Vidura saw those symptoms of a Uttama Vaishnava, he wanted to take shelter of Uddhavji's lotus feet. He wanted to accept Uddhavji as his spiritual master, but Uddhava said that no, it's not possible. You are senior in age, you are senior in all respects, so I cannot become your spiritual master. Lord Krishna has instructed Maitreya Rishi to give you instructions. When Lord Krishna was departing from the planet, he instructed Maitreya Rishi to give instructions to you. So he's waiting at Haridwar. So please go. So Vidurji was very happy and astonished that Lord Krishna, while departing, he was thinking of me, and he kept some instructions for me with Maitreya Rishi. So Vidurji immediately started for Haridwar. And further, he further inquired about the creation of the universal form, and how Brahma was manifested from Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and how Brahma spares for the creative energy. Actually, Tene Brahma Hridayadi Kavaye, Lord Krishna revealed everything to Brahmaji, and Lord Krishna even shook hands with Brahma. And Lord Krishna made a friendship because Brahma was like his son, but Krishna, how was he? He's Suram Sarva Bhutanam. So Lord Krishna shook hands with Brahma and said that I will help you with your service of creation. And that's how this all things is there. And then the calculation of time, and from the atom, and uh, how the creation of the Kumaras, the birth of Kumaras happened, how Lord Varaha came, and so Lord Varaha came and brought uh, helped Bhumi Devi. And then there's a description about the pregnancy of Diti, which happened at an inappropriate time, and which gave birth to Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, who were actually Jaya and Vijaya. So Jaya and Vijaya, when four Kumaras visited Vaikuntha, what happened? These four Kumaras, they uh, they wanted to enter Vaikuntha, and Jai Vijay stopped them. So four Kumaras cursed them to become demons. And Lord Krishna and Lord Vishnu, he also came and begged forgiveness from four Kumaras, and he accepted that he's the fault of his uh, devotees as his faults. So, and he offered forgiveness. But that particular incident transformed four Kumaras, because uh, they were actually uh, absorbed in Brahmananda. But when they smelled the tulsi leaves, which mixed with chandan from the lotus feet of the Lord, they became unalloyed devotees of the Lord. So, and then further there is the description about how the Lord boar, uh, he killed Hiranyaksha, and then that Hiranyaksha actually, the fight between Hiranyaksha and the Lord was I'll say that an amazing fight, because Lord Vishnu himself, he says that whenever he has to glorify, Vaman also glorifies that uh, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are the great demons. And actually, Brahmaji said for Hiranyakashipu that there cannot be any demon like Hiranyakashipu. Hmm. She was the greatest of all the demons, not in the history, in the past or in future, there will be a demon like Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyaksha was killed, and then the conversation goes further between Maitreya and Vidura, where the discussion comes about Manu Maharaj and Kardama Muni. So Manu Maharaj had a daughter who wanted to get her devotee married to someone, and Kardama Muni also wanted a wife in marriage. So they did not go for any. They did not do anything on their own. Kardama Muni did intense tapasya to attend the Supreme Lord's lotus feet. And when the Lord appeared, what did he do? Lord, he actually told him that 3 days from now, Manu Maharaj will come with uh, a daughter, his daughter. So Krishna's arrangement is the best arrangement. So if you want to, if you're looking for an appropriate spouse, then take shelter of Krishna, and he will send you. That is what Bhagavatam says. Kardamuni took shelter. It is not that it's a part of devotee's life. And Kardamuni thought that it is part of my life, and I need to be Krishna conscious. So if I found a inappropriate spouse, then you know, uh, that will spoil my Krishna conscious life. So who knows who is best for me? Krishna. So allow Krishna to look for an appropriate spouse for you. Hmm? So, and then further there is the marriage of Kardama and Dehuti happens, and then Kardama Muni was a great personality. He was a Mahabhagavata, he was a Mahajan, but Dehuti unfortunately could not get the transcendental knowledge from him. And Dehuti was only Dehuti, when she realized that her husband is going to take sannyas. That time I realized that my husband is a great Vaishnava, is a great Mahabhagavata, but I could not take advantage of him, because Karda Muni was fulfilling the desires of Devahuti, and she was enjoying the material world with him. But Kardam Muni was never affected by that, because whatever it is said in the scriptures, it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, the Kardam Muni was not even by tinge affected by hope, but all this whole enjoyment, he was enjoying the world with Devahuti. So then Kardam Muni departed, but before he depart, he was requested by Devahuti to give her a son. So the Lord had already agreed to become the son of Kardama and Devahuti, and he came as Lord Kapila. And when he came as Lord Kapila, he gave instructions on devotional service to his mother. And then there is a description about adverse fruitive activities, and he also instructed about the movements of the living entities, entanglement in the fruitive activities, and so many different things are also mentioned in the third canto. That's And then coming to the fourth canto. The fourth canto is glorious. It starts with the Daksha and Lord Shiva. So Sati, who was actually, because of her offense which she has committed unto Lord Shiva previously, in the Ramalila pastimes, uh, she went and tested Lord Ramachandra by becoming Sita. She became as disguised herself as Sita, and she tried to test Ramchandra. So Lord Shiva got very offended by the sin of, and Lord Shiva rejected her within her heart. So that also was one of the reasons why Sati wanted to give up her body. And uh, and what's happening here? So Sati was also, when she went to the sacrifice of Daksha, what happened was, uh, that Daksha was performing yajna and he was not offering any oblations to Lord Shiva. So, and they were criticizing Lord Shiva. So she could not tolerate an offense to the Vaishnava. So she decided to quit her quit her life. So then, Daksha, when Daksha became the cause for, you know when Daksha became the cause for the Sati's departure, then what happened was that, uh, Lord Shiva got very offended by that, and Lord Shiva manifested a great demon. The great demon was none other than, uh, uh, I forgot the name. So that he was, then he manifested there, and then, uh, that demon came and chastised all the brahmanas and who were there in the assembly, and he killed Daksha. uh, and then the sacrifice was interrupted, and then, uh, Lord Brahma came and satisfied Lord Shiva, and then this again the sacrifice. Lord Shiva gave life to Daksha, but he was replaced with the head of a goat, and then the sacrifice was performed again. The Lord manifested there. So all these pastimes are there in the first few chapters of the fourth canto. Then comes the life of Dhruv Maharaj. Dhruv Maharaj was son of Uttanapad, and uh, he was actually, uh, what I can say, he got hurted the the words of his stepmother, and Dhruva decided to go and to attain Lord Narayana. Very interesting. The very interesting point here is that, um, Dhruva's mother did not encourage him that let's go and put a court case on your stepmother or your father. No, no, no. She did not do that. She did not say let's go to Manu Maharaj, let's go to Brahma, let's sort this out. How can your position can go away, this and that? No, she did not do. She just instructed Dhruv Maharaj that Dhruva, your stepmother, whatever she has said, she might have said in a bad intention, but whatever she has said is absolutely true. The truth is that everything what Swayambha Manu has got, everything what Brahmaji has got, and everything what people in the world get is all because of Lord Narayana. So it's best that you take shelter of, hmm, uh, Lord Narayana. And Dhruva goes to forest, and on the instructions of his mother, and there the Lord inspires Narad Muni to come and meet Dhruva. Hmm. So surprisingly, Dhruv Maharaj was very, very trickily tested by Narad Muni, and then Dhruv Maharaj said that if you are a great devotee of the Lord, and you have so many great disciples, so why are you teasing me? Why are you playing tricks with me? Just tell me the way to how I can attend Lord Narayana. And being pleased with his devotional service, with the spirit of and conviction that he will find Lord Narayana in the forest, Narad Muni was very pleased, and he awarded him with the mantra. Blessed him that in 6 months from now the Lord will appear in front of you. So with this conviction, he came here in Vrindavan and in Madhuvan, and there he attained perfection. So then in Dhruv Maharaj's life, there is King Vena who came, and then after that Prithu Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj was King Vena was another demonic person, and King Vena used to consider himself as the supreme personality of Godhead. And he was encouraging everyone to worship him, and so that did not go well with the Brahmanas. So the Brahmanas said, that the Brahmanas said what that they tried to convince him, but Vena was very adamant, and the Brahmanas cursed him to die. So so then what happens was that Prithu Maharaj was born uh, from the body of Vena. Uh, so Prithu Maharaj was like Vena's son. Mm. And and then Prithu Maharaj, we all know, was one of the special uh, empowered incarnations, and he performed 100 such sacrifices, and then Indra tried to play trick with him, and then Prithu Maharaj's then Prithu Maharaj, how he met four Kumaras and how he attained perfection in life, that is also mentioned. So then comes a description about the chanting, the song sung by, uh, you know, uh, Lord Shiva, and then there is a description of the characteristics of Puranjana. So Narad Muni instructed Prachin Barhi about because Prachin Bari was into karma kanda activities, and Narad Muni wanted him to make a devotee. So Narad Muni showed him all the people whom he had, all the animals which he have killed, and all the people who have him here troubled. They're all waiting for him to take revenge. So Narad Muni is believes in live preaching. I mean, uh, he's a different style of preaching. He showed Prachindari everything, and then he also told him about a story, about Puranjana, and he also explained about how Puranjana had a life which was very luxurious, and but then gradually ends up losing everything. And then the activities of Prachitas are mentioned, and this ends the fourth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The fifth canto begins with the activities of Maharaj Priyavrat, Maharaj Agnidra, and then Rishabh Dev, who was the Rishabh Dev, Rishabh Dev was the Lord's incarnation, how he appeared in the womb of Meru Devi, the wife of King Nabi, is also mentioned. The characteristics of Rishabh Dev. So then Rishabh Dev had 100 sons, and the Rishabh Dev's teachings are very crucial for human beings. So all of us, you should actually read those teachings very attentively. So Rishabh Deva's teachings are mentioned, then activities of Rishabh Deva, how he gave up his life, and then comes the life of Bharat Maharaj. So Bharat Maharaj, by whose name this country, this Bharata Bhumi has got the name Bharata. Huh? So this is that Bharat Maharaj. So his character has been mentioned, that he renounced everything. Bharat Maharaj, uh, he renounced the whole kingdom, his wife, his all his opulence, and he went and took shelter of the forest. But uh, unfortunately, Bharat Maharaj, because of not associating with devotees in the forest, it is said that the Bharat Maharaj should have stayed with the sages, but our acharyas say that, and because of him on his own, uh, he got attracted to a deer, because there was a deer who was pregnant, and she was about to give birth, and a tiger attacked that deer, and she there was a miscarriage, and the child, uh, the I mean, miscarriage in terms of that the child abruptly came from the womb of the mother and started floating in the water. So Bharat Maharaj, seeing that, he jumped in the river and wanted to save that. So that was very fine to save the deer. But after that, bringing him outside, he should have he started serving and taking care of that deer, and he got attached to that. And the person who has given up his kingdom, his opulence, and everything, he became attached to a deer, and he became a deer in his next birth. Ek harin ke liye Bharat dhari dhui de. Hmm? So, so Bharat Maharaj, he became uh, a deer in the next birth, and as a deer also he knew about his past life, because that is what Lord it is Lord's will, that if we are able to remember our past life, then it is the will of the Lord. We are not able to remember our past life, it is also will of the Lord. So in the body of a deer, he was able to remember himself as Maharaj Bharat, and what mistakes he made. So then he went to Gandaki Nadi. The deer went to Gandaki Nadi and gave up his life, and then he appeared again as Jad Bharat, and as a Jad Bharat, his supreme character was he was very strict with his activities, and Jad Bharat never spoke anything to anyone throughout his life. There are so many incidences in Jad Bharat's life when some dacoits came and they wanted to offer him to Kali, and then Kali came out of the deity and protected Jad Bharat. She did not want that people in worship, in the name of worshipping her, they create offense to the Mahabhagavata like Jad Bharat. So Jad Bharat ji never spoke to anyone, neither to his parents, neither to his uh, relatives throughout his life. He was well conscious of his birth in the previous life as a deer and also as Maharaj Bharat. So there happens to be a king called as Rahugan, who was the king from the Sindh Pradesh. and Sindhu Desh, and he was on his way to meet Lord Kapila, and accidentally he meets Jada Bharat, and then uh, Jada Bharat asks him 5 questions, and that completely uh, 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 removes the illusion of King Rahugan, and then Rahugan falls at the feet of Jada Bharat, and and he asks him, "Who are you?" And you are very elevated. Your questions are such, and please guide me more. So king the king was surrendered and he became his disciple. So Jada Bharat actually completely helped him come out of ignorance, and then but he was pleading to tell him who was he, and then Jada Bharat told him, "Do you know Maharaj Bharat?" He said, "Yes, Maharaj. Who doesn't know Maharaj Bharat?" He said, "I am that Maharaj Bharat in that from the previous life," and he got shock of his life. And then Rahugan became also a Paramahamsa, Paramahamsa Vaishnava. And then there is a further description about the material world as a great forest of enjoyment, and so many descriptions between both of them. And then there is a glories of the descendants of Priyavrat Maharaj, and there is a description of Jambudvip, how the Mother Ganges uh, appeared. So Mother Ganges, she appeared for this appeared in this world because of Bhagirathji. Uh, so Bhagirathji, when he went to propose uh, Mother Ganges to please come to the earth, she initially refused that. She said that two reasons: that why I'm very powerful, who will control my force, and second thing is this: I don't want to come to this material world. People are very sinful, and they will dump all their sins in my water. So I don't wish to come. So Bhagirathi said, I have solutions for this. Your force will be curtailed by Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is ready to accept you in his chata, and then he will, and the very smooth and very smooth stream will flow from his jata. And then he said, what about the sins? He said, when uh, when great personalities, great sadhus, great Mahabhagavatas, when they come and take dip in your water, so they are tirthas themselves, personified tirthas. So they will they will purify you, Mother Ganges. So Mother Ganges is purifying everybody, but to purify Mother Ganges, she takes shelter of a sadhus. She takes shelter of pure devotees of the Lord. And then there is a description about the prayers offered by the residents of Jambudvip, and then description of the island of Jambudvip, studying the structure of the universe, the movement of the sun, the orbits of the planets, the Shishumar planetary system, subterranean heavenly planets, and the glories of Lord Ananta. And then in the last, there's a description of the hellish planets. There are 28 different kinds of hellish planets, and ruled by Yamraji is the king there. And so when Parikshit Maharaj was hearing about the hellish planets, he became very compassionate. He said that, what can I do? What can we do, Gurudev? He said to Shukdev Goswami that nobody enters the hellish planet. So Shukdev Goswami was trying to test Parikshit Maharaj. He initially proposed the Karma Kanda way, and Parikshit Maharaj rejected that. He said that by Karma Kanda one cannot be completely purified because the tendency still remains. Then Shukdev Goswami presented Jnana Kanda, Jnana Prayaschit. Parikshit Maharaj rejected that, and then in the end, uh, Shukdev Goswami presented the Bhakti Prayashit, and Parikshit Maharaj accepted that. Then he requested Parikshit Maharaj to do we have any history evidence by which who can help us understand the the significance of this devotional service? So Lord, uh, our Shukdev Goswami, he narrated the pastimes of Ajamil, how Ajamil was a sinful person, and at the time of his death, he met he met with Yamadutas. They came to drag him from the body. They were about to take him to the hellish planets, and at that time, just at that time, uh, the Vishnudutas came there, and the Vishnudutas came there because Ajamil was chanting the name of his son Narayana. His son's name, the 10th son's name was Narayana, and that was unnoticed that was not noticed by this Yamadutas. Yamadutas only had the track of his sinful activities and not of his devotional activities. So Yamadutas were checked by Vishnudutas, and they asked what is dharma. So the Vishnu Dutas, they when they requested Yamadutas that tell me the definition of dharma, and who should be punished and who should be not, or so what is your understanding? So Yamadutas very nicely whatever they have heard from Yamaraji explained very nicely about what is dharma, but they explained about the general dharma, general religious principle. But Vishnudutas were very disturbed by that they do not know a person who is chanting the glories of the Lord, his glories. So Vishnudutas then corrected Yamadutas and mentioned them about the glories of Bhagavad Dharma, the transcendental religious principles, which is also which is also known as Sanatana Dharma, Nitya Dharma, and Jaiva Dharma. So they explained about the Bhagavad Dharma to Yamadutas, and they freed Ajamil from that. So Ajamil went from there to Haridwar and he performed devotional service in the association of devotees and he perfected his life. Yamadutas then further went to Yamaraji and they asked Yamaraji that who were these people and what is this Bhagavad Dharma and all these things. So Yamaraji very nicely explained them that you are very fortunate that you got association of Vishnu Dutas, and this is a great fortune of yours that you met the associates of the Lord of Vaikuntha. And then he explained about the principles of Bhagavad Dharma. This Bhagavad Dharma is very confidential. When Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that I am sharing this most confidential knowledge to you. So this most confidential knowledge is not even known to the demigods, dear devotees. It is not even known to demigods, neither it is known to many munis, many rishis. And there's so many people who don't know this. People in the forget about people in the material world. Even it is not known to the demigods, the great munis in the different planetary systems. They don't know what is this Bhagavad Dharma. This Bhagavad Dharma is so rare and that is the most confidential instruction which Krishna is trying to give to to Arjuna as well. Janma karma chame divyam eyam tatvata takvadeham punarjanma naiti mamati. So Arjuna. So just by performing devotional service of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Mandanam, Dasim, Sakyam, Atmanam, you can perfect one can perfect one existence. So this is Bhagavad Dharma. So it was clarified and they were so Yamraji uh, Yamraji was did his part and explained everything, and he was very happy. Then further comes about the Hansogoya prayers offered by Prajapati Daksha, and Narad Muni was cursed by Prajapati Daksha because he used to often go and preach to his sons and encourage them to renounce order of life. Then comes the daughter. So that Prajapati Daksha was instructed to generate the progeny of the daughters, and Narad Muni will never come to them. So then comes the incident of the Indra offends his spiritual master, and Indra was offended by Indra offended his spiritual master Brahaspati, and then Brahaspati left Indra, and then the devatas were disturbed. They went to Brahmaji. Brahmaji gave instructions to Indra and other devatas that you are rascals, you are demonic people. How can you reject your Gurudev? Now you go and take shelter of Vishwarupa. So they all went to Vishwarupa, and Vishwarupa gave Indra Narayan Kavach. Narayan Kavach is a Vaishnavi Vidya, and then Narayan Kavach when it was given. So Vishwarupa was connected with the demons and demonic families both because his father was from Devata's side, the mother was from the demonic side. So Vishwarupa helped Indra get the kingdom. But at the same time, when he was offering oblations in the sacrifice to devatas, he was also offering oblations to the demons as well. And that pissed off Indra, and Indra came and killed Vishwarupa, which was very inappropriate because he rejected his Guru Brahaspati, and then he's again committed a great offense against Vishwarupa. So then first his father, Vishwarupa's father, got very upset and he created a demon called as Vritrasur. And then there was a fierce battle between the demigods and the Vritrasur, and the demigods were very helpless. So then they all went to Lord Krishna. They all went to Lord Vishnu and begged to take an incarnation. There is a long prayers where Indra is begging, "Oh Lord, please take avatar, please take avatar." And the Lord said, "It's your problem. I'm not going to interfere." Because the Lord knew very well that who was Vritrasur. Vritrasur Maharaj was Chitraketu in his past birth. Because of the curse of Parvati, he became Chitraketu. He became Vritrasur. So the Lord was no way that Lord will take incarnation to fight against his own devotee. But Lord suggested that you go to the Aditya Rishi, and from the Aditya Rishi, you ask the Aditya Rishi to give up his body. Hmm? And Indra was asking the Lord, though in the whole world, the whole universe, you only get the Aditya Rishi. I said, what happened? So yes, there was an incident. Uh, Indra actually committed offense against the Aditya Rishi as well. Ashwini Kumaras went to the Aditya Rishi asking for this Narayan Kavach only. This Narayan Kavach is also called as Brahma Vidya. So Ashwini Kumaras, they went to Daditi Rishi, who was the creator of this Narayan Kavach. So they went to Daditi Rishi and they requested Brahma Vidya, and he said, "Okay, you can come at this specific time." He gave an appointment. But Indra came and told that if you give the Brahma Vidya to Ashwini Kumaras, I will cut off your head. And so Ashwini Kumaras came at the appropriate time and the allotted time to them. And the Rishi said that, but your Indra has come and told me that if I give this knowledge to you, he will cut off my head. Ashwini Kumars were physicians. They told that they were surgeons. They told that, dear Dadis Rishi, is it okay if we cut off your head, put off the head of a horse, and then let Indra come and cut off that head and we will fix the original? He said, okay, because I have promised, I have to do that. So this thing successfully went off, and uh, so Indra came and cut off the head of the horse. But this vidya is also called as Ashwashira Yagya because it was spoken from the head of a horse. So like this, the whole Narayan Kavach was given to even to Ashwini Kumar as well. So Indra remembered that. But Indra and the demigods again went to Dadish Rishi, asked for his body, and after testing the devatas, Dadish Rishi gave up the body, and that's how the Vajra was formed. And and then further to that, I might not able to take questions today because looks like you'll be getting a chance only to hear Bhagavatam. So yeah, so then there was then there was how Vritrasura death came, and then Maharaj Parishad asked about who is Vritrasura, because Vritrasura at the battlefield of Kurukshetra in a Tamoguni body, he was remembering Krishna, and he offered three prayers. He was actually witnessing Lord Sankarsana. So Maharaj Parishad asked who is he, and then Shukdev Goswami narrates that he was actually Chitraketu Maharaj. Chitraketu Maharaj perfected his life in 7 days, and he attained lotus feet of Lord Sankarsana. And he was a very good friend of Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva was giving a Bhagavatam class to so many Devarshis, Rishis, and others. And while giving that Bhagavatam class, Lord Shiva kept Lord Parvati on his lap, and Lord Shiva was giving that Bhagavatam class, and Chitraketu Maharaj was a very close friend, and so he just laughed at Lord Shiva that how he can do that in the assembly of renunciates, that he's having Mother Parvati sitting on his lap, so that did not go well with Parvati. Lord Shiva was smiling also, but Lord Shiva was Chitraketu's friend, and between the friends, this no joke chalta rehta hai. Hmm? But Parvati got offended, and then Parvati uh, cursed Chitraketu Maharaj to become a demon. And although Chitraketu Maharaj was powerful enough to counteract that curse, he did not counteract that curse. He accepted that curse, and he uh, he actually became a demon, Vritrasur. And then comes the seventh canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, wherein the Hiranyaksha, wherein Hiranyakashipu is mentioned, how he planned to become immortal with the help of Lord boons from Brahma and Lord Shiva. Then he terrorized the universe. He brought everybody under his control. He established his own temples all across the universe. Everybody was worshipping him. Yes, everybody was worshipping only Hiranyakashipu. Hmm? Lord Shiva, Brahma sent gifts to Hiranyakashipu. They maintained a very good relation with him. That was how Hiranyakashipu was so powerful. So when I said that there was nobody as powerful as Hiranyakashipu in the past or in the future, it is actually true that Hiranyakashipu terrorized the universe in such a way that everywhere his temples were built, everywhere all the sages were performing sacrifices for only Hiranyakashipu. Narad Muni used to come and says Jai Hiranyakashipu and everything. So all the devatas were all under his control. In this way, he terrorized the universe. And all the demigods, they went and they took shelter of Lord Vishnu, and they said, Lord Vishnu, Lord, please protect us, please help us. And this then the Lord said that don't worry, when Prahlad will take birth and then he'll offend Prahlad, when he'll commit offenses against my dear devotee Prahlad, that time I'll come as Narsinghdev and kill the demon. So Narsinghdev came and not only killed Hiranyakashipu, but he also killed 85,000 demonic uh, associates of Hiranyakashipu. Then comes the teachings of then there is then after the Prahlad Maharaj incidents, Parishad Maharaj is asking to Shukdev Goswami about uh, uh, so this particular seventh canto is actually between the discussion between Maharaj Yudhishthir and Narad Muni. So when in the assembly of Rajaswa Yagya, uh, Shishupal's heads was cut by Lord Krishna, and his soul entered Lord Krishna. So that was very astonishing for Yudhishthir Maharaj. How did this happen? Uh, and how Yudhishthira Maharaj says how Shishupal got liberated, and then he went and took shelter of Narad Muni, and Narad Muni told because this Shishupal and Dantavakra were actually associates of the Lord Jay and Vijay, and then the whole pastimes of Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravan, and Dantavakra and everything was narrated. And after this whole incident was narrated about Prahlad Maharaj's life, then Yudhishthira Maharaj inquires about the four social statuses and four spiritual classes. And then the behavior of a perfect person was also was asked. And then further there's ideal. Then how can Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying that I am a Graha Mudadhi. How can I lead a perfect householder life? And then there is a description about how a person Grahesh Vavastito Rajan Kriya Kurvane Tuchita Vasudevarpanam Sakshat Upasita Mahamuni was narrated by Narad Muni, and how one should take shelter of sadhus, associate with this great saintly person, hear Bhagavad Katha from them, Hari Katha from them, and there are so many instructions for the ideal family life was mentioned in the seventh canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then comes the eighth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where it has a description about Lord Gajendra's pastimes. So Gajendra was previously Maharaj Indradumna and he took Vanaprastha and was performing tapasya in Malaya Parvat. And Malay Parvat happens to also be residents of so many other sages and also Agastya Muni. So Agastya Muni, he happened to visit uh, this Maharaj Indradumna, and he was in samadhi, he was in trance, and so uh, by the inspiration of the Lord Lord inspired Agastya Muni that he cursed. He actually cursed Indradumna Maharaj to become an elephant. So externally, it seemed that Indradumna Maharaj might have committed offense by not welcoming him, but Indradumna Maharaj did not commit any offense. It was just inspiration by the Lord to Agastya Muni to uh, to curse him, and that's why just because he did not welcome him, he cursed him to become an elephant, and in the next birth he became an elephant, and then he was as a Gajendra, he was enjoying his life, and that one fine day what happened was that he was swimming with his whole family in the water, and then a crocodile caught hold of Gajendra's lotus feet. Hmm. I'll say lotus because he was a devotee. So Gajendra and this crocodile fought for 1,000 years, 1,000 celestial years. And there was a time when Gajendra was on this fight, that there was a time came when Gajendra was about to lose the battle, and at that time he remembered a prayers which he has chanted in the Maharaj in his body of Maharaj Indradumna, and he used to chant in that same prayer. He started to recite, and it was glorification of Lord Hari, and he started calling Lord Hari, oh come Lord, please Lord Hari, please come, and all the devatas, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, all the devatas, they were there, and they were not helping, and they were laughing at Indra and others were laughing at Gajendra that he wants to call Hari and Lord Hari will come. What nonsense! Hari is not easily available. So thousands and thousands of years of tapasya is needed. That is needed. This is needed. But all these things were going on at that time to save his dear devotee Gajendra. Lord Hari entered. He came in the sky with on riding on Garuda, and he came and he was telling Garuda, "You're too slow because my devotee is going to die." So Lord jumped from Garuda. He went and lifted Gajendra, brought him onto the shore, and with his Sudarshan Chakra, he cut off the head of crocodile. In this way, the Gajendra was saved by the Lord. And then there comes the Samudra Manthan Leela, where the demons and the devotees, the demons and the devatas together churned the milk ocean, and the various things came out from that. Poison came, which was taken by Lord Shiva, and Dhanvantari Bhagwan came there, and with the with the nectar. So there are so many things which happened, and then how Mohini Murti came and bewildered the demons and gave all the nectar uh, to the devatas is also mentioned there. And then further we can see in the eighth canto that how uh, Bali Maharaj conquered the kingdom, and Aditi, the mother of the demigod, she was very disturbed because Bali Maharaj took away the entire kingdom. So she performed Payavrata, and and by performing that Payavrata, Lord was pleased, and Lord became uh, Upendra. He became Indra's brother, and Lord Vaman Dev came and begged 3 feet of land from Bali Maharaj, and Bali Maharaj, rejecting Shukracharya, he happily gave 3 feet of land to Vamanadev, and Vamanadev took form of Trivikrama, and he took away everything from Bali Maharaj. And he just then Lord covered everything in the two two pace itself, and then he arrested Bali Maharaj. But in the end, Bali Maharaj was rewarded by giving him a space in Sutal Loka. He gave him his own association. Vamandev resides with Bali Maharaj, and at the same time, Bali Maharaj was promised that he will become Indra in the next birth, in the next millennium. So, like that, ends the eighth canto. Then in the ninth canto comes very interesting life of Chavan Muni and Sukanya. Sukanya was Sukanya committed offense against Chavan Muni, and because of which she got married to Chavan Muni was very old, and but she understood the temperament of her husband and served him accordingly and pleased him. And Chavan Muni became youthful again, and so that's their marriage is also mentioned. And then there is Amrish Maharaj, the great Amrish Maharaj, who was offended by Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni came to test Amrish Maharaj, and uh, he uh, he offended Amrish Maharaj, and then by making an attempt to kill a devotee like Amrish Maharaj, who was protected by Sudarshana. So Sudarshana came and was behind Durvasa Muni. So Durvasa Muni went to all the entire planetary system, but he did not find any escape from Sudarshan Chakra. So he went to Brahmaji. Brahmaji refused. He went to Shiva, who he was Durvasa Rishi was the Anusha of Shiva. So Shiva also refused. He went to Lord Narayana, Vaikuntha Loka. Even Lord Narayana refused to help him. But Narayana gave him advice that, my dear Durvasa, Aham Bhakta Paradhina, I am under the control of my devotees. So, but Durvasa is saying, I surrender to you. I am completely saying, you said in the Bhagavad Gita that Sarva Dharman Parityaja, what is happening? I am surrendered to, why are you not helping me? He said, you nonsense, you criticize my devotee. So you go and take shelter of Amrish Maharaj, and Amrish Maharaj will save you. So he went to Amrish Maharaj again, and Amrish Maharaj protected him. So Durvasa understood the glories of Bhakti, Bhakta, and Bhagwan. So, like that, there is then after this there is the mention about the downfall of Shobri Muni, the descendants of King Mandatha, and how sons of Sagara met Kapila Dev, and all this description is mentioned. The dynasty of Anshuman is mentioned. Uh, then Lord Ramchandra's pastimes are mentioned. Then Pururava Maharaj, how he was enchanted by Urvashi is mentioned, and how Parshuram restored the worldly class. So all those things are mentioned. Uh, then comes the Yati Maharaj's pastimes in the line of Pururava. Yati Maharaj comes, and how Yati Maharaj, although he was externally, it seemed that he was having two wives, and he was entangled in the between the two wives, but he was within his heart. He was a very elevated personality, and he used to perform his dharma very nicely. And he heard from Narad Muni about the glorious character of Amrish Maharaj, and how Amrish Maharaj, being a king, was 24-hour engaged in devotional service. And then hearing Yati Maharaj hearing Amrish Maharaj's life, his life transformed, and then he with his wife took Vanaprastha and perfected his life. Then there is a dynasty of Puru, dynasty of Bharat Maharaj, dynasty of Ajamida, sons of Jayati, and then comes the uh, Lord Krishna's appearance. So in 10th canto, we all popularly know that how the birth of Lord Krishna is mentioned in two places. Krishna took birth in Mathura and in Gokul as well. Uh, Gaudiya Vishnu Acharya also has mentioned this, but Srimad Bhagavatam also mentioned this when Nanda Maharaj performed the Jata Karma Sanskar for his son. because the umbilical cord between the son and the mother was when. So what is the proof that Krishna was born in um, Gokula as well? Because the umbilical cord was there and Nanda Maharaj cut that cord. So this is the proof that Krishna was actually born in two places, and it is mentioned in Bhagavatam also. So then there is a pastimes of Krishna killed Putana, Krishna killed Trinavarth, and he showed his universal form to Mother Yashoda. And then the Damodar Lila is there, Yamal Arjun Uddhar is there, and how Krishna performed his sweet, wonderful pastimes of childhood pastimes of Lord Krishna and his killing of demon Aghasur. Brahma was bewildered and he tried to cover Krishna with his Maya, but he got bewildered by Krishna's Maya. So Brahma came and surrendered to Lord Krishna. Then how he killed a demon called as Dhenukasur, he chastised Kalia, and then how Balram killed the demon Pralambasur, how Krishna swallowed the forest fire, and then his Krishna stealing of the garments of unmarried gopis, and then there comes the pastimes of how Brahmana's wives were blessed by Lord Krishna. Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, and Krishna, when he lifted Govardhan hill, he ate everything, all the offerings, and then Lord Krishna's friends went and told Krishna that what's going on. This कौन सा देवता पूजवा दिया कृष्णा, ये तो सब कुछ खा रहा है. And then Krishna said, "Don't worry, he'll give back everything." So Giraji appeared there and he asked Nanda Maharaj that what do you want? And Nanda Maharaj said that Kushala Rahe Balaram Kanahi. I just want that Krishna and Balaram should be happy. And that's what we all want. By our service, Krishna and Balaram should be pleased. So then comes uh, how Indra and Mother Surbi came and offered prayers to uh, mm, uh, Lord Krishna. And then the gopis, then Rasa Lila pastimes are mentioned in the 5 chapters. And this Rasa Lila pastimes are very special. Uh, that it should not be neglected, it should be read, because all the lust and contamination of the heart will only go away if one reads the pastimes of Rasa Lila. So then comes Akrura came to take away Krishna, and Akrura is mentioned as cruel. Akrura is Krura. He came and he took away Krishna, and then Krishna went to Mathura. He broke the sacrificial bow and he killed the elephant Kualapida. He killed Kamsa. He rescued his teacher's son from the Yamaloka. And then Krishna was very peacefully residing in Mathura, and then in Dwarka. Krishna establishes Dwarka, and how Uddhava came to visit Vrindavan, and then there is Uddhav Sandesh, Gopis Sandesha, Gopis messages to this bumblebee. Uh, it was the Uddesha for Uddhava on Prema Tattva. So Uddhava was a Gyani Bhakta. He was Brahas, he was a Gyani. He was a Gyani Bhakta. I mean, I will say that not this ordinary Gyani, he's a transcendental Gyan, but he was aware of Krishna's uh, position as Supreme Lord, but he was the love of gopis was pure unalloyed. It was no tinge of Aishwarya in it. So like, Krishna wanted that Uddhava should visit uh, Braj and experience that divine taste of the gopis' love. So Uddhava became a devotee of the gopis, and he still resides in Brindavan in the form of the creepers. So then Akrura's, and then there are so many different things where Akrura went to Hastinapur, and Krishna established Dwarka, and then everybody was transferred from Mathura to Dwarka. Then there is a pastime of Muchukunda Maharaj, how he got delivered. Then Krishna's marriage, Krishna started kidnapping the daughters of different kings. Krishna kidnapped Rukmini and so many different marriages. Then Satyabhama's marriage and so many different marriages are there. And then how Lord Balram killed Rukmini was also mentioned. And then there's famous fight between Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva for uh, the whole Usha and Aniruddha episode was there. And then Balram also visits Lord Balram visits Uddhavan, and he has a set of gopis and he performs Rasa Leela there with his set of gopis. So Balram's mention is also there. And then there was a person called as Pundarika who was a false incarnation, and he was pretending himself to be Vasudev. So he was killed by Lord Krishna and delivered from cycle of birth and death. And then there is a marriage of Samba, and Narad Muni visits Dwarka, and he visits each and every 16,108 palaces of Dwarka. And then how Lord Krishna was performing his grahastha life in every palace. So that astonishes Narad Muni. So all these things are mentioned, and then Lord Krishna slays the demon Salva, and the killing of Dantavakra, Vidurata, Romaharshana, Lord Balram goes. Then when the battle of Kurukshetra was fought, the beginning of the battlefield, Arjuna and Duryodhana came for help from Krishna and Balram both, but Balram decided he will go for pilgrimage. So he went on a pilgrimage, and Balramji, he did not fight the battle, but he went and killed Romaharshan Sut. So that's Balram for you. So then then Balramji went on a pilgrimage, and then there is a description of how Sudama came to meet Lord Krishna in Dwarka, and they remember their past life. I mean, as childhood, how they spent the time uh, in Gurudev's ashram, and in this way, you know, Sudama was blessed by Lord Krishna. He gave him all the opulence of Dwarka also to Sudama. And then there is an incident where Krishna inspired Arjuna to kidnap Subhadra. Mm. And then the Subhadra Haran pastime is there. And there is a then in the end of the 10th canto there is a prayer by personified Vedas, and Lord Shiva was saved by Vrikrasur, and Lord Krishna and Arjuna retrieve Brahmana's son. So then again, in the last chapter, there is another summary of Lord Krishna's pastimes. Then comes the 11th canto, dear devotees, and the curse upon the Yadu dynasty was there. He, how Lord Krishna he uh, instructed Uddhavji, and then there is a description about how Naradji met Vasudevji, and then there in their narration there is another description about the 24 gurus, and there are so many different things are mentioned about. About all these things in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this Lord Krishna spoke Uddhav Gita. There is one Bhagavad Gita, and there is Uddhav Gita. So Uddhav Gita is in 23 chapters. So it has everything what was not spoken in the Bhagavad Gita. Everything in detail is spoken with Uddhava. So there you need to understand there are two kinds of conversation which happened between Uddhava and Krishna. When Krishna was in Dwarka at that time, when the Devatas came, the Brahma came and requested Lord Krishna that its time is up for you can at your own sweet. You can continue if you want, or the time is up. You can all leave for your spiritual abode. So at that time, Uddhavji came to meet Lord Krishna, and then there is a conversation between Uddhava and uh, Krishna in Dwarka alone, and that is Uddhav Gita. So Uddhav Gita was never. So there are some misconception that Uddhav Gita was spoken in front of Maitreya Rishi in uh, Pushkara Kshetra. It was not like that. Then after that discussion, after Uddhava Gita was spoken, Uddhava went to Badrika Ashram and Lord Krishna went to Prabhas Kshetra. And then Uddhava was in separation from the Lord. So Uddhava came back and he met uh, uh, Lord Krishna in Prabhas Kshetra at just before his departure. And that is a time when Maitreya Rishi came there. And there is another conversation between Lord Krishna and Uddhava and Maitreya Rishi, and that is where Lord Krishna kept the message of for Vidura with Maitreya Rishi. So that is a different discussion. This all discussion of Uddhava Gita happened in Dwarka, dear devotees, and then Lord Krishna then after the disappearance of Yadu dynasty is the disappearance of Lord Krishna is mentioned, and then we come to the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which talks about the symptoms of Kali Yuga, the degraded dynasties of Kali Yuga, and then Shukdev Goswami after here Shukdev Goswami uh, was narrating this whole of Srimad Bhagavatam, which I narrated to you in much detail. It was a 24 hours affair, devotees. 24 hours it was going on, and uh, at least 22 hours it was going on. So day and night this conversation was going on. Maharaj Parishit had only 7 days with him, so that's why it was a day-night conversation. And on the last day, final day, Shukdev Goswami gave final instructions to Maharaj Parishit and asked him, do you want to know anything else? And Maharaj Parishit said, Gurudev, Anujani Himam Brahman Vasamyaschamya Dosaje Mukta Kama Shayam Cheta Pravishya Visrajami Asun. So that he said that by your mercy I am able to fix my mind into the lotus feet of Lord Adakshaja. and I need your permission to give up my body. So don't see. So Parishit Maharaj was cursed to die by the bite of a snake bird, dear devotees. But Parishit Maharaj here perfected his life by hearing this entire Srimad Bhagavatam. Is very purifying. Hmm? And he requested permission from his Gurudev to leave the body. And Shukdev Goswami says Tatastu. So Parishit Maharaj left the body. He fixed his mind on lotus feet of Lord Dakshaja, and he fixed his mind and senses, everything in the lotus feet of Lord Dakshaja, and he left the world. Uh, he left his body and attained the spiritual world. And so the dead body was kept there, and this Takshaka came. And Takshaka, as it was destined, that Takshaka came and he uh, burned the dead body of Maharaj Parikshit, just like we give funeral to the dead people, just like that. But Parikshit Maharaj, by the mercy of Bhagavatam and by the mercy of Shukdev Goswami, he defeated that curse. So anything in the material world can be uh, can be defeated. Shukdev Goswami blessed Parikshit Maharaj in such a way that Parikshit Maharaj attained perfection in 7 days. Just imagine that the power of Bhagavatam, the power of association of bhaktas like Shukdev Goswami, that Parikshit Maharaj was delivered. Then in the further there is a description of the lot of Puranic literatures. There are different verses and everything is mentioned. Then Markandeya Rishi is prayed to Narnarayan Rishi, and Markandeya Rishi wanted to see the illusory potency of the Lord. We cannot see Krishna, but Markandeya Rishi was not seeing Maya, so he wanted to see Maya. So Lord Krishna created a Maya for him, and he was floating in the water of annihilation, and for so many years, and he saw all the universal annihilation, and then he saw Krishna, a little boy on a leaf, and that little boy was choosing his own. Uh, 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 Food. So everything entered into Lord Krishna, and that's how the dream broke. And then Lord Shiva and Uma, they came and glorified Markandeya Rishi, and then there is a summary description of glorification of Markandeya Rishi and glorification of Lord Shiva is there. And then the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam summarized. The whole Srimad Bhagavatam is again summarized by Sutta Goswami, and then there is a glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's how the 12 cantos are. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. We completed the whole 12 cantos in less in 1 hour. Hare Krishna. I hope you all enjoyed it. Me enjoyed it also thoroughly. We can take some questions if you have. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. So there is a question from Krishna Kumar Prabhu, and he is asking, hearing and chanting Srimad Bhagavatam and hearing chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra are different or not?
Hearing and
Hearing and chanting Srimad Bhagavatam and hearing and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra are different or same?
same. But because our Gurujanas have told us to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, we chant the Hare Krishna mantra. And we also, there is no difference between the holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam. Every shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam also has uh, Krishna's name, fame, pastimes, everything is mentioned. But our Gurujanas have told us to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, so that's why we are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hmm? And our acharyas have told us to do that. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, previous acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, and our Gurujanas, they instructed us. That's why we are chanting that. Hmm? But we have also told us the process of hearing Bhagavatam, reading Bhagavatam, speaking about the Gurus of Bhagavatam. That is also been told. That's what also we are doing. But in principle, both are the same, and both are the same.
Next question is from Pihu Mataji, and she is asking, is this Bharat Maharaj the same who is great great grandfather of Bhishma Dev in same dynasty?
There are many Bharatas. There are many Bharat Maharajas are there. This is different, and that is different. Hmm? There are three or four Bharatas there in the scriptures. Yeah.
There is not much question for today, Guruji. Only appreciations are there in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. It was a great journey with all of you. I want to once again thank my dear friend Rupan Prabhu for coordinating this entire event, and entire team of Bhagat Mahavidyalaya for this. Thank you so much, everyone. And I hope you'll continue your study of Srimad Bhagavatam. Uh, henceforth as well. So there are some announcements which I need to make. Uh, that we are starting with this ambassador service. You might have received this message. What is ambassador? Ambassador. So ambassador means we are allowing you to become our representative wherever you are in. Wherever you are, you become our representative, become part of our team, join our team as an ambassador, and there are a lot of benefits you have. Uh, you can get as an ambassador. You get complete free access to all our courses, but there are a lot of services which you'll have to do for us, but you get complete access to all our courses, and there are some other benefits as well. So what you have to do is for us is to help spread Bhagavatam. Hmm? Help spread this transcendent knowledge which are in the form of courses with us, to help and encourage a lot of devotees congregation around you to join, take to these courses and study Bhagavatam seriously. So all this things. So this ambassador service is for initiated devotees. Just want to make it clear. If you're initiated in good standing, for you're in the movement for so many good amount of years, it will be good if those, and there are other, for those who are very very new, they also want to render service, then we also have services for them. So do not be sorry, you can also join our volunteer services. There are so many other services also with us, so you can coordinate with Rupan Prabhu. And also, dear devotees, I want to make a big announcement to all of you. Bhagavat Mahavidyalaya is coming up with level wise education. You know, level wise education. What is level wise education? From the basic book of Srila Prabhupada up to the topmost Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharya's literature of 5 years of curriculum, Bhagavat Mahavidyalaya is going to launch very soon. Yes, 5 years of curriculum, self-paced curriculum. That means we are creating initially 11 levels, but after 11 levels, will have final 15 levels, and each level there are 4 to 5 books. There are already some levels are already live on our page. And what one has to do is that every level there are 4 to 5 courses, so one has to go through all the it is a confusion for many people, many devotees, that what books I had to read before Bhakti Shastri, what I had to read after Bhakti Shastri, what I have to read before Bhakti Above, after Bhakti Above, when should I read Jaiva Dharma, when should I read Harinam Chintamani, when should I read Madhurya Kadambini. So all these books, when should I read? When should I read, understand about Vedanta and all these things about so many different books of our acharyas. So this level-wise education is a very systematic way wherein each course has been placed in a proper level. And what you have to do, you have to enroll for these courses, right? You have to read the book, you have to hear the classes, appear for exams, and certificates will be downloaded. It is a self-paced. You understand? A self-paced thing. So spread this news, dear devotees. Please spread this news that ISKCON Bhagavat Mahavidyalaya is launching level-wise education. Spread this everywhere around you. Tell them to join to this level of education. A systematic study. Imagine you have 5 years of curriculum to study. You can study for 5 years. That's much uh, courses and content we are offering you. Hmm? So uh, additionally, also there are. Let me tell you, dear devotees, there are 500 plus more courses are coming on Bhagavat Mahavidyalaya's platform, self-paced. So it's going to be a big boom for the next 6 months. A lot of courses on hundreds of courses on Bhagavad Gita will come up. Hundreds of courses on Bhagavatam will come up. So a lot of things are coming up for your service. So do spread this word around. And yes, that's the reason why we are appointing ambassadors, Bhagavat ambassadors, so that you all become the part of our team and help us propagate this Bhagavad Dharma around you. So we are appointing ambassadors all over the world. All the three Bhagavat Mahavidyalayas are appointing ambassadors. So the devotees who are from Australia, Fiji, New Zealand, Southeast Asia, like Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and others, they can approach in the team in India. And even if you approach from all our different places in India, we will connect you to our other representatives. So please join us for this movement, uh, which is spreading the culture of Bhagavad Dharma. Srila Prabhupada took Bhagavatam along with him and went to the West, and he glorified Lord Krishna, and he established Bhagavad Dharma there. He wrote commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is our duty as well. It is our duty as well that to take this legacy of Srila Prabhupada and his and his disciples, who also put great effort in propagating this Bhagavad Sanatana Dharma. It is our duty also to take that flag of Bhagavad Dharma and hoist it everywhere else. So it is our duty, dear devotees, it is our duty. We are indebted to the great acharyas, we are indebted to Srila Prabhupada, we are indebted to our spiritual masters. And if you don't do this, if you don't preach, then our we are actually will always remain indebted to them. So, and we will always remain indebted to them. We want, but we can at least contribute something from our side, and that contribution is in terms of helping to spread this culture of Bhagavad Dharma all over, all around us. So join. I'm eagerly waiting to work with you. I'm eagerly waiting that I want to work with each one of you to spread this Bhagavad Dharma. So join us, dear devotees. And yes, it was a great pleasure to have this reading marathon. And let me also tell you, we are also starting up with 21 days Gita challenge. 21 days, just like you're having Bhagavatam challenge, there is a Gita challenge also. So do uh, visit our website, and there is a Gita challenge starting in month of May, I think so. So don't miss that. There also will develop a habit of studying Bhagavad Gita every day. Our target is to reach around 10,000 devotees and encourage 10,000 people across to encourage them to start studying Bhagavad Gita. So if you have any new devotees around, new people who have newly joined you or in your friend circle, encourage them to join this 21 days Gita challenge course. Okay. Anything else, Supan Prabhu? We can take leave.
Prabhuji, devotees can send 1 minute realization video on these 21
Yes,
days
yes,
marathon.
yes, dear devotees, 21 days have been very wonderful with all of you. I request you that, can you please share a small 1 minute video of how you felt hmm, by doing this reading marathon? And you're studying, actually, you have started studying. So what are your realizations? What transformation is coming you with in your life? Definitely, 21 days, if someone is reading Bhagavatam, one thing is definitely happening is that you are developing a habit of reading every day. Mm. So, and there are a lot of other benefits. There's so many realizations you might have come across. So, why don't you share that with us so that this your videos will inspire so many others to continue reading Bhagavatam? You know, there are hundreds and thousands of lakhs of devotees all around, and they need inspiration. Just like you have taken this challenge of reading Bhagavatam every day, it is very essential that you also encourage others to read. So when you are sharing your that initially you are not studying, and what encouraged you, what was the hook point which encouraged you to start studying on everyday basis. So that is what you have to share with others. And inspire others. We are going to promote you. You share your realizations with us, and will promote you. We'll promote your small video with everyone, and you will inspire other devotees to read Bhagavatam. So, so that's it. Thank you so much. We take a pause for this lecture series, but our Siya Mataji, she has been doing a glorious service of sending you messages on everyday basis, and she will continue to do that for 3 months. So 3 months we'll be connected with each other. 3 months you'll receive everyday message at 7:30 of what you have to read that particular day. Okay. So thank you so much for your time and valuable association. Thank you so much for taking out time from a busy schedule for Bhagavatam. We are eternally grateful and indebted to all of you as well. Hare Krishna. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srila
Yeah.
Prabhupada.